She's fated to play some Fate Core, and fairly nice to have its Fateful Fairy. He's stepping into a new character, but he will still make crazy character choices, will he? Who can tell with Midwest Dungeon Delvers?
Who knows? Who knows?
Yesterday's Klepto Mushroom is today's Adventuring Granny. It's Palm Tree Tries. He likes to do blind speed runs, so he's running blindly into another campaign. It's K. Grovile.
I don't think I
That was a not happy cat.
That was
I'm Will, your game master, master of zero games, and this is Super Smash Quest. Welcome and everyone, welcome and good to have everyone here today as we launch a new campaign. Hello. Welcome, and it's good to see everyone in here. Welcome to those that are watching this wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube, etc. as well. Great to have you in here. We also do these live on Twitch, so there will occasionally be random sounds if someone ends up like pressing the follow button or throwing money at me midstream. So be prepared for that. I forgot to disable the sounds is what happened. There shouldn't be sounds in the future, but there will be weird stuff on the overlay. Anyways, but though also we have an amazing cast of characters here, returning from our first ever campaign of Super Smash Quest. We've got the amazing Midwest Dungeon Delvers and Palm Tree Tries. Returning from Zelda Quest, we've got Kay Grovile, and freshly new to the table is Miss Alex, Fateful Fairy. So yeah, welcome in everyone, and we will give them some proper plugs at the end of this. But though speaking of plugs, the character art was made by DamiDevil. I just want to give them a specific shout out there because boy howdy, this art was good. Y'all get to see it a little bit more in detail. Those watching the audio only version on certain podcast platform, firstly, there's a video version on both YouTube and Spotify, and secondly, you can also and also Twitch. You can go to fedorablewill.com/Super Smash Quest. As of the time of this recording, Season 2's website is not up yet, but soon enough, the art and art gallery credits and the ability to see a little glimpse at their character sheets will be up at fedorablewill.com/Super Smash Quest. So feel free to check that out. You can go there now and check out Season 1 stuff, but yes. And I should note that though this is a second season, it's a whole new story with whole new characters, just happens to be in the same world. So if you didn't see the first season, don't worry. You are fine. This is a great place to start for anyone new. And last thing, I do want to be a good host for those here on Twitch and welcome in those that are here at the beginning of the stream on Twitch. Good job to Waves Gabe for grabbing first here, as well as Dan's coming in and Lo-Fi as well. Good to see y'all in here, friends. And with all of that being said, how are you all doing, players? Excited?
I'm super excited.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Anyone nervous?
No. I wasn't until you said that.
Oh, bless. Alrighty. Well, we have a lot to get underway for, so we're going to come on over to the over to here where we're going to take a brief look at the characters for this. congratulations, Midwest, on becoming the dad because you are remarkably taller than all of the other characters.
As
I
he
gotta say,
should
I
be.
did not expect myself to be so relatively speaking short.
Animal Crossing characters, you know, and also an old
Yeah.
granny.
I don't know. I figured she'd be human height, and that Elden Ring would also be human height. Much larger than the Pikmin dude.
Well, I mean, you know, if we're being universe accurate, technically my guy would be like this tall, but if we're going by Smash logic, Olimar is like, you know, a little bigger, so
He was motioning like 6 inches for those listening in.
yeah.
This is one of the few times where I'm not the shortest person in the room. It's great.
Yes. But yes, we'll get into why you're lore inaccurate later. But anyways, we are going to before we get into the first world proper, we're going to start actually this campaign with just what you are each up to, just kind of like before this big world calamity that we'll get to happens. What is it that our characters find themselves just doing before being rudely interrupted by the end of the world, essentially? We will. I'll spare Alex of having to go first since she's new. And I'll start with our amazing Midwest Dungeon Delvers. Go ahead and firstly introduce your character physically for those listening, and secondly, tell us what you're up to.
So, there sits a character in kind of this rundown shack amidst a field of ratherly oddly lit flowers. He wears kind of regal armor with a royal blue cloak with gold filigree symbols. He is currently kneeling before what is a broken down altar, and a book is open upon it, and he's just whispering to himself very quietly.
Indeed.
He pats his pockets to make sure he has everything. Yes.
Indeed. So I'm realizing I forgot to set the stream title. Whoopsies. So as he's doing that, let's get a glimpse to what's happening in a different world, a world known as Animal Crossing. Now, Palm Tree, care to describe firstly your character and secondly what they're up to?
My character is Melissa Mangrove. She is this little elderly woman. She's out sailing upon the seas of the Animal Crossing, having left behind the islands. And she's been out on the open water for a good many years now. So she's just, standing at this old-timey boat's, massive wheel, steering the boat, looking out at the water. There's land off just to the distance, and she doesn't think she's seen that island yet. So she's, maybe after breakfast we'll go visit that one. And sets the course to kind of just sail that way for a little bit, and begins making herself a little sandwich, and is just enjoying herself all by her lonesome on the sea.
Beautiful. And Kieran.
My character is Wally the Waterwraith. In the spirit of alliteration. For those who can't see right now, it's kind of hard to describe what he looks like. He's basically made of like a plasmic, watery substance, I guess, in the shape of a person, a little bit like Flubber, if you ever watched that old movie, I guess. But he's got a bit of armor. He's got a hat. He's got a giant cylindrical rock on his back, which is actually like a roller. Normally, he's supposed to have 2 of them, but he's only got 1 right now for reasons that may become clear as time goes on. Currently walking about a field. Creatures and Pikmin are screaming and running at the sight of him, but he's just completely oblivious to their cries. He doesn't actually want to hurt them, but they're just assuming that he's going to hurt them based on what other Waterwraiths do. And he takes a nice sit down in a little pond to absorb some water, because that's kind of all he eats or consumes, is just more water, and just chilling, living his best life.
Alrighty. And lastly, and least in tenure, Alex.
Hi, my character is Quaver Merriweather, short for just KV. She is the blue soul from Undertale, and right now she's in a little bit of a purgatory. She is neither dead nor alive. She helped Frisk with, the things that needed to be done, but now she's looking for the thing that brings her closure. And one of those things that she really wants to do is have the childhood she never really got to have. She is just currently just kind of floating about, looking for purpose. She trusts very easily, except she does not trust anything resembling yellow flowers. So, yeah. More on that in the future.
Indeed. Alrighty, so as you are each just kind of like going about your daily lives, suddenly a fissure appears in the ground. In this, it's very glitchy in its appearance. Like it seems to like be there for a few frames and not be there for a few frames. Your eyes are trying to figure out if you actually see it or not, and suddenly it starts to like kind of grow in the frames that it does appear, and it starts to and suddenly like it starts to be there more consistently as it grows and starts heading right for you each. How do your characters respond to this? And we'll boomerang back. So, Alex, how does your character respond?
Mine just like retreats into myself, just kind of like I don't know what's going on, so it's just like I don't know. She like just braces herself, I guess.
Gotcha. And Kieran.
I wave. Maybe it's friendly.
What? And Palm, what does Melissa do?
Melissa quickly stands up from her lunch or breakfast and alters course, heading straight towards this glitch on the horizon. She's gonna meet this storm head on.
And finally, what does your character do, Midwest?
Quickly, seeing this, it's not the first, rip in reality Arfax would have had to deal with, so he quickly grabs the book from the table, makes sure he has his holy symbol, and then he just looks with determination and then slowly steps forward with his hand over his face so there's no, realm debris that gets in his eyes or anything.
Perfect. And as you do so, as you each end up getting consumed by these this weird glitchy thing, you find yourselves in a rather strange amalgamation of each of your worlds. And that is where I reveal that each of the worlds are going to be what's known as fused worlds. This first one is going to be a fusion of the 4 of your worlds because somehow you guys need to meet up with each other. But though each world is going to be typically 2 worlds of the guest star's choice, where that will be fused together. So as you end up in this really strange space where suddenly, and I'll go ahead and shift the music over, everything is dark and spooky and kind of dead and barren looking, like Elden Ring is. But yet you are at the scale of Pikmin. Everything is like super huge, and but yet also everything is kind of like round. And despite it being dead looking, it's also very round and polished looking, like Pikmin and Animal Crossing. And the sky. There doesn't seem to be a sky. It's as if you are deep underground, like in Undertale. And you also look down at yourselves and notice a bunch of stark differences. For example, Alex, your character sees herself with an Animal Crossing aesthetic upon her, whereas Palm, your formerly Animal Crossing character, now has this weird Elden Ring aesthetic where you are now like rather tall in like human proportions all of a sudden, which to you are very abnormal proportions. You think you were like oddly stretched out. And then Kieran, you find that you seem to be very pixelated. It's weird because, like, you know, you don't really have a concept of that, but though you're you, but pixel arted. And I believe that leaves the Pikmin aesthetic upon Midwest's character, where you are very short and stout, and have something the equivalent of a spacesuit on, and you see one another sitting beside yourselves. How do you react?
I say hello.
Hello there, dearie.
I just wave.
Welcome, welcome. And who might you all be?
I'm Kavy. Who are you?
They call me Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
You didn't. You there. Did you do this?
Me?
No, the unspeaking one over there.
Hmm?
Well, I mean, did you? I mean, any of you could answer if you did.
I didn't do this.
Oh.
I thought you did.
What are you looking for, Sonny?
What? Who are you talking to?
The one over there. Who's searching his pockets.
Oh, there.
He finds he's like pulling out different round shaped objects, and then he finds one that's perfect, and then he puts the rest back, and then he like blows into it, and this really deep voice comes out of the circle, and it just goes, "Hello." And then he puts it away.
Hello.
Okay. Hello there. Well, are any of you from here?
I'm not sure where here is.
Strange. Are there any notable landmarks on the horizon or anything that we can see? Things that look like, I don't know, places with other people or...
Good question. As you look around, you seem to be near the edge of a cliff. Beyond that cliff, you see on the other side of a canyon, a plain with a mountain on the far side of said plain. Atop of the mountain, there rests a giant glitchy orb. Which glitchy in the sense that like it looks like it was made of the material of the rift you just found yourself in. And the orb seems to also have a peculiar cross, not a Christian cross, but the Smash Brothers cross, where it has the thicker line going down to the left and then a thinner line going across the bottom.
Do any of you remember dying? Is this the afterlife? It's kind of disappointing.
Think so. I mean, I'm in peak condition, and I was doing just fine when I ate my breakfast this morning.
Okay.
What is...
Apologies.
What was that? Did you say that again? I'm a little hard of hearing. I guess not entirely peak condition.
Waddles up as close as he can get because he's now real small and apologies. Puts that away.
Apologies for what? Did you do this after all?
He like kneels down and raises his hands like this.
What? Should we all do that? I follow suit and do
I do that.
thing. Kneeling, raising my hands to the sky, thinking
I
this is some
can't.
sort of
Well, I can't
ritual.
really kneel because I don't have knees, so I just sit down and.
Do you want something? Do you want water?
Hmm?
No?
What?
Do you want anything?
Are we all aware of the Smash Quest universe and intergalacticness of it all?
You can each roll
Like,
lore
we know
for
that
that.
Okay,
Not aware
I
of
would
a
like
lot
to
of
see if
things.
I'm aware of other places existing, like, say, Undertale or Pikmin or Elden Ring.
With a 3, you like if someone says Smash Bros to you, you would recognize that name, but you don't recognize the symbol that's atop of that mountain, and you are only very vaguely familiar with the existence of other worlds. You don't know any specific worlds. And then Wally and Arfax rolling too low, 1 and a 2 respectively. And yeah, go ahead and roll lore whenever you
Hold
figure out where your lore button is.
Lore.
A negative
no.
2.
Oh no.
Fair.
Right.
That's accurate.
That's
That is
ironic.
very accurate. I have
Oh,
no.
It's ironic considering you're from Undertale, which is already, a multiverse
Yeah.
in itself.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. So you're not. So you would not even be aware of the multiverses within your own world, or any
Multiverse
anything.
within the multiverse.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
accurate. It checks out with my character backstory.
Perfect.
It's like, okay.
Well, you look to be from the same place as I. What island do you hail from?
Island? Well, I've never been to an island.
That's strange.
Is that when it's really cold?
Well, I mean, an island is the land and surrounded by water. So I suppose, like any landmass, if you go far enough, would be an island. But I'm just...
I only know the mountains and the forest. And then the underground, of
Oh.
course.
Must be a very big island.
I land right here. In this spot.
You land.
Is this an island?
Well, looks like it might be. At least part of one. Well, say, you there who's not talked much, what was your name again? And
He,
you
like-
could probably keep your little voice box out at easy use.
He pulls out the book and he writes down and he shows it to you and it reads Arfax.
Arfax. Arfax. Arpax. Arpac. Arpa. Arpals.
I don't know if I can canonically read, so I have no idea what's happening.
I doubt it, yes.
He then pulls out another one of the like little circle objects and he blows into it, thinking it's gonna say apologies again, but instead it goes and he like freaks out and then he like puts it away real quick and then he like pulls out a different one and then he goes thank you and then he puts that away real quick and then he comes back and then he's like hello and then he puts that away real quick and then he comes back apologies. And
As
he
a
puts that
player, I
away.
just realized what's going on.
I'm still figuring it out.
That's really good. I want to respond. Because, in my DIY pockets, I have my emote catalog. And suddenly, I like transform with little like floating flowers around my face. And do a little happy dance.
You find you go to do so, but you find that pocket to not exist presently.
What?
Instead, as you go to do so, you end up. What would be the equivalent there, Midwest? What was that?
Essentially, what would happen is you would access the pause menu, which doesn't pause the game at all, and then have the option to scroll over to your emotes.
Oh. How strange. Do you all have all of your typical devices, tools, books, notepads, what have yous that you might normally have with you? I seem
I'm
to be
missing-
missing my emotions catalog.
I'm missing what I normally have on, and it feels weird.
So, am I just pixely or am I like fully two-dimensional?
You are fully two-dimensional.
So I like turn side to side and it's like Paper Mario when the
Oh, that's
characters are
beautiful.
in.
I love that.
And then I start walking and it's like the Undertale animation where it's just like the 2 feet and that's about it.
That's so
great.
funny.
I have some emotion things in here. Do you know what this is?
Oh, yes! That's my emotions catalog. I'll just...
Oh,
How did you get this?
You can't.
I don't know.
steal
It was in my pocket.
I can't steal it.
No.
Oh, well, you just choose which emotion you feel, and it sort of becomes
Huh.
you. My favorite is this
Are
one
you sure?
here,
Are you
and
sure
it's one
you
of the
don't-
silly ones.
Are you sure you don't want it?
It doesn't seem to work for me. They're usually...
Oh, I'll hold on to it for you.
Thank you. That's very kind of you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Does anyone else have any odd features.
Do I try to open up my inventory, and I assume it's an Undertale inventory. Just a scrolling menu.
Indeed.
Do I have a... Is my current gear showing up in Undertale form, or is there like a toy knife there?
It would be the equivalent. Yes, your equivalent gear.
Okay, I click on roller and equip, and it goes pop, pop, and then suddenly in my hand the roller is just sticking out.
It's more, but though it comes out as a rolling pin, fit to be able to prepare a pie.
I don't know what a pie is because I don't eat it, so I just assume that this is a weapon.
It can be. Anything can be.
I know what a pie is. Do you want me to tell you?
Hmm?
This nice lady made me one once. It's got like a crust on the bottom, and it's all sweet, and then you take out a portion of it, and then you eat it.
Oh, what,
I
It's
like
food.
apple pie.
what is eat?
Well, you put it in your mouth.
What is mouth?
Even in this form, he
maybe-
does not have a mouth.
I just have a blank face.
Do you not eat? How do you stay alive?
Oh, alive.
Arfax writes in his journal, not understanding that you can't read, walks right up to you and shows it. Quick question. Do you poop?
Yes!
All right, I take the piece of paper that says that, and then I nod in understanding. And then I put the piece of paper over where my face would be. Just wrap it around there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you made him a mask.
Nod emote.
Well, that mountain flashing over there looks an awful lot like where we came from. Where I came from, at least. Mayhaps we ought to go back to it to get back to our homes?
Sure.
Home.
Arfax takes a knee and prays.
What is home?
Well, I mean, I haven't really found one for myself yet, but I feel like a better start would be back in my own world. It's, the place that makes you happy, that just completes your soul and makes you feel full inside.
Oh. What is happy?
Hmm.
Is it like
Knock,
when I live
knock.
with my parents?
Happy?
Oh.
Happy is the feeling you get when I say knock knock, and then you say,
Who's there?
Oh,
"Who's there?" Yes, you get it.
When I knock the Pikmin.
No,
And then,
no, not that.
and then
kind
they
of-
go like that.
Well, you didn't finish the joke.
Oh, a herd.
What?
I heard who?
I heard you were looking for a joke.
Good job.
Where is it? I start my character starts looking around. Where is joke?
Oh, well, I guess that's not
no,
the
she
feeling. you
told
get.
she said a joke.
Oh, well, where is it?
It's
said I
gone
would-
now.
You said I was looking for it. Oh,
Have you ever
Okay.
laughed?
what is laugh?
Ha ha ha!
Ha ha ha.
Wow, that has to be the saddest laugh I believe I've ever heard.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll find what makes you happy as we travel.
He thinks that's a compliment.
Oh.
Poor
Well,
guy.
Thank you. Ha ha ha.
We'll find what makes you happy on the journey.
Well, little one mentioned parents. I know what that
I
is.
used to have parents.
Oh,
Used to have parents?
where did they go?
No, I went. I got lost, and then I died.
Oh, what is died?
I'm sure they're still around somewhere.
Oh. Okay. Let's go find parents. I start walking in a random
Oh.
direction.
Wait, whoa. Okay. I mean, it's the random
Is that the
direction
right
away from the
direction to go?
cliff, right?
I don't know
Yeah.
which.
That's the thing. You're like, you have either the cliff or not the cliff.
Oh. Oh, big drop there. I turn around. I go the other way.
I guess
In my
we'll
2D walking animation.
We'll make our way down the mountain that we're on to loop back around to the side we're already on so that we can approach the mountain.
So,
Right? 'Cause
okay,
we had to go down the cliff to get to the mountain, right?
well, that's up to you. How do you cross this cavern? This canyon, I should say.
Oh, we have to go over the canyon, and it's up again on the other side?
Can I float over with my ghosty powers? I don't know if that works.
So you are currently Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So you
I float
are
over with
you
your
are
ghosty
actually
powers?
corporeal for the first time ever.
Dang it.
Yeah. You look across and like you try to like fly up into the sky, but you find that gravity seems to be holding you down.
Huh. That usually works.
It does as it does.
Our paths. What do you say?
Do you have a way to get over there? Carrie?
And he walks over to the edge, and then he is going to attempt to use his up special, which is Spirit Spring, where he creates a Spirit Spring from Elden Ring that like lifts them up the cliffs and stuff. So we could use it to jump across to the other side. Hopefully.
Is that water?
You suddenly spawn a little water Pikmin in midair that instead of the spring that you end up just kind of jumping off of.
Just a blue Pikmin?
I land
Yeah,
awkwardly,
Mm-hmm.
very confused.
Oh, it's so cute. What's its name?
Oh, those get in the way sometimes. I go up and I smack it. And I roll it.
No!
Roll attack.
Don't do that. Why would you do that? We don't hurt things.
With a 3 to hit. I would say, yeah, you give it a good smack in it, and then a little Pikmin soul comes out and goes. "Wee."
Arfax uses the dejected emote and just like collapses to his knees and like souls.
That was very bad to do.
I got rid of it for you.
Oh,
We didn't need to
no.
get rid of.
Well, they attack us. They're bad.
It was innocent.
So we seem to have
What?
switched powers. In that case, I don't think my pole vault will work for me, but it might work for you.
Oh.
No, you just have a different
bucket.
flavor of your own powers. It will all still work the same.
Oh.
It's just the aesthetics are different.
Okay, well, you're just gonna want to be really careful with my pole, okay? If it breaks, it's gonna be hard to get another one.
Okay.
It's really important to me. Okay. And I will do my up special, bracing myself for it to not be what I expect it to be.
What is your up special normally?
pole vault.
And seeing as you are Elden Ringed up, you instead find yourself on a big old horse that starts galloping upwards for a moment before the horse suddenly disappears.
Whoa! Wow! I crumble on my brittle bones, but I landed safely enough, I guess. Or do I need to do with that? I guess.
Roll, yeah, you can roll air. Yeah. Oh gosh, with your -2 on your aerial roll there. Gee whiz.
Fall off the cliff.
Horses don't ride like poles.
Were you heading over the canyon with that?
No, because I said something beforehand. I was doing a test elsewhere.
Yes.
Like,
okay.
yes.
You're just stuck in a tree now.
I'm stuck in a tree.
Yes.
Cool.
Whoa.
You guys go on without me. I'll be all right.
What doing up there?
Hold on.
I would like to try and use unblockable blade on the tree to get her down.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
7 to hit. Did you just crit?
No.
Almost.
You almost
Kill the
did.
tree.
So close.
Gee
Very
whiz.
close.
Very close indeed. Yeah, so you go and hit this tree. Is there even the equivalent of a sword in Pikmin? Because
Unlockable blade. Yep.
You threw a rock Pikmin at it.
Throw a rock pick.
There are those little plastic sword things that you put
There's
in,
a
like,
lot
appetizers.
of. There's a lot of like.
No. No. You are just manhandling a Pikmin. He's T-posed out like the hilt of a sword.
I love it.
And out of him is coming some flames out of his head that you were using to
burning red
slash.
Pikmin.
Yeah. There we go. So
I know. I fixed it for next time. Sorry.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, you end up just clearing the clearing that out a bit, and cutting down the tree, and also setting the tree on fire a bit. Can I get Melissa to roll aerial to, as the tree is falling, to fall properly? A 2. You fall properly. You do not take any injuries. You just you land on your feet.
Woohoo!
Oh, I should also state, because I forgot to state this at the beginning, we are using Fate Core as the system. So that's why all of these low rolls are actually expected, because 0 is the average. Without modifiers, the rolls range from -4 to 4 because they use what are called fudge die, which I'll hold up one for example for those watching at home. It has it has 2 blank sides, 2 plus sides, and 2 minus sides. Hence, when you roll 4 of them together, it ranges from -4 to +4, and then you got their modifiers for skills that can add a little bit on. Yes. No, they are not edible fudge dice. No.
So there needs to be now. I'm seeing that there's a market for the is it cake, but is it fudge? And is fudge dice? I'm just saying. Someone get on that.
True.
And I want a small 2% royalty. That's all.
So would
you?
I still roll my up special, but then have it just be with the pole vault?
So you're up. What is your up special normally?
What do you? I don't understand the question.
What is your
What do you mean where?
what is
Oh,
no
what?
what
Okay.
what is your up special normally?
Okay, yeah, I thought you said where. I jump into the air for like a limited time.
Oh yeah, because you were kind of ghosty and stuff, so it just ends up being an extra jump. Yeah, I guess in this case it would be just a you go. Yeah, it would be a pole vault in this case. Yes.
So I roll, try to go over the canyon.
Oh, you're trying to go over the. I should state this canyon is as long as a football field.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
Is there a bottom that
Would
we
I
can
only make it
see?
if I crit or something?
If you crit, you won't die, but you won't
Okay.
make it
Oh, I love
across.
that. I love
Okay,
that.
okay. No, we don't.
Do
We,
you-
we can find something else. That's fine.
So you have the emotions catalog. Do you have the recipe catalog?
This one?
Yes, that one. And you see the bridge recipe in there?
Yes.
Can you make it?
You go to do so, and it says that you are lacking a lot of materials.
What if we use the wood from the tree?
Yeah, it kind of just burned.
Oh, it burned? I
Still
was
on-
not paying
it's
attention.
still
I
on
was looking at
fire.
the canyon.
It's still on fire, the tree, yes.
Are there more trees around?
Yes. They are all just as dead looking. Some of them have, like, some evergreens might have some leaves on them. They're pretty sparse though.
I would like to harvest some of these pine needles just to keep.
I'm gonna start going up to trees one by one and just grab them and trying to rip them out of the ground.
All right, Paul, go ahead and note down pine
you
needles.
like you were plucking a Pikmin, except I'm plucking the trees out.
Roll physique to pluck tree.
Physique. I'm okay.
A 2. Not enough to pluck out a whole tree, but though it does seem to kind of budge a little.
All right. So when I pull that and see that it doesn't work, I'm like, I step back, and then I take out my roller club and I just slam it.
All right, roll fight.
And that will be a little better.
A 5. You do, in fact, somehow chop a tree with a rolling pin. It takes a few swings, but you do it. Within, like, it takes three good swings and it's down.
All right. I look over to the party and then I point at the fallen tree and I say, ha, ha, ha. And then I go over to the next
Is that
tree.
enough wood?
I have no idea.
So you go up to it and collect the wood, and it only gives you 3 wood out of the 100 needed.
Ooh.
I go to the next tree.
Can I roll for, like, notice to see if I, like, see anything else that's a helpful resource, like, around us?
Maybe a wood
Something
pile
else?
nearby. That'd be cool.
Yes, you may roll notice indeed.
I'm just gonna do a tree chopping montage in the background.
Right?
Why didn't that? Wait. Wait, no, I did. I did. Okay.
With
You
a
did
3, you notice like maybe a quarter mile down the canyon there is a there is a ruined bridge. It can get you like halfway.
Okay. So maybe we only need 50 wood?
Indeed. So you guys get to chopping, I suppose.
All right.
Arfax would like to use Guidance of Grace.
As you do so,
One of my stunts.
Yeah. So Guidance of Grace, we'll go ahead and put this out for people to see. Show a path through the darkness and uncertainty. Thin gold light guides the party to the next destination or safe area. So instead of the thin gold light, it is these little gold dots that kind of like, that show the path that a Pikmin might go. Like it's that kind of aesthetic, but the same thing. So it does lead towards that ruined bridge.
Okay. Arfax runs up with his little notebook to the old lady who looks more Elden Ringy, and holds out his book, and it just asks, "Do you see the light of grace?"
Do I see the light of grace?
We are going to roll here to find out. Give me a straight luck check. Just 4 DFs. A 3. You do see these little lights that are pointing towards the bridge.
I see that. Is that what those are? Little wisps of joy?
Tears well up in Arfax's eyes, and he just smiles.
Do the rest of us notice these lights?
I would like you each to roll a luck check. So just roll 4 DFs. A 3 from Kieran. So you will also see these lights. And a 1 from Alex. You do not see the lights.
All right, so I see a bunch of little lights that are all separate from each other, yes?
Yes.
They're all glowing individually. Okay. I panic and I start going up to each one of them and smacking them.
Nothing.
To harvest
I think they're glow Pikmin.
Yeah, no, nothing. It's like a cat beating up a laser pointer. Nothing happens.
I would like to try and harvest one.
You go to touch it, but though you can't seem to like it. It seems to just exist as light. You can't seem to harvest it.
Not even in my net, like a lightning bug might.
No.
You don't have a net.
Drat. Oh,
You
that's
also
fair.
don't
I
have a net. Yes.
Ah,
Elden Ring doesn't have like a creature capture thing.
bummer. I was just about to start playing Elden Ring for its creature collecting aspects too.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright.
When this doesn't work at first, I use my rollover special to try and crush a bunch of them. And essentially I essentially start following the path while rolling on my roller.
I mean, I will follow.
I guess I'm too busy looking at trees to even notice the lights.
Yeah.
So
Oh, if you're trailing
wandering
behind.
around.
Wait. KV,
Yeah?
come this way with us. We think there's something this way.
Okay.
Arfax follows where the party goes.
As you start moseying about, you kind of start passing through a more green area, oddly more green than where you just were. Like, because where you just were was kind of dead, but this looks a lot more alive. Though it has the the trees are like hyper realistic. On the other hand, though, they are as ornate and fruity as Animal Crossing trees, but as realistic as good old Elden Ring. And as you mosey about, who is taking the lead here?
Probably me, because I went rolling off first with no regard for what anyone else was doing.
All right.
I'm imagining Melissa like holding my hand and like leading me through. Toriel-esque.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. As you do so, suddenly a little rift opens and these strange glitchy creatures appear in front of you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And this four different creatures, 2 bats and 2 humanoids. And this is where we will start our first combat. Alrighty. With this, I'm going to, so how we do initiative in this is there's going to be there's going to be 2 sets of turns, right? So it's going to be like players part 1, enemies part 1, players part 2, enemies part 2. And you guys get to pick and decide who goes in which parts. If you're going to like hold your action to the latter half, if you're trying to do like a counter or something, etc. But to determine if enemies or y'all go first, a volunteer from among y'all will need to roll me a d20.
You know what? I just realized we never did this session.
Right. Roll for
Roll
Rayquaza.
for Rayquaza.
Dang it, yes. One of the traditions, thank you.
Earlier.
Oh, I didn't put the, oh boy.
Or we
Is
could
this-
just roll for Rayquaza twice next time if you would prefer.
Hold on, is this how this works? No.
A very quick session if Rayquaza shows up.
Hold on.
Everyone dies.
I mean, I'm already partially dead. I'm halfway there.
So it's a D4, a D6. Don't roll these individually. A D4, a D6, a D8, 2 D10s, because typically that makes up the ability to make yourself a D100. And a D12 and a D20. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, a standard set of 7 dice. There we go. I'm going to paste this formula into our Discord chats here. And y'all just paste that in to roll for Rayquaza for now. So we're going to... and I forgot to copy over the Marco to make this better. So why they're doing this, for those that are new to my campaigns, once upon a time, I was GMing a Pokemon campaign, and one of my players asked me, "Hey, GM, what do I need to roll to make Rayquaza spawn?" And at which point I told them, roll all ones on all 7 of your dice. And so they went, and I told them, no, let's make this 1 per session. We then evolved it to be if you can make a straight, right? So if you can arrange the numbers to make a sequence of numbers, and incrementing by 1 sequence of numbers, then Rayquaza will spawn. So did anyone get a straight today? The answer is no. No one really came close either. Oh well. Alrighty. Well, with that, let's go ahead. Who wants to be the volunteer to roll for initiative? Who wants to be your lucky representative?
I'll do it. I got us. 40x.
No, just a D20 for this one.
Nice, even better.
A 7, and I rolled a 17, so enemies will go first.
Sorry, guys.
Alrighty. Players part 1. players part 2. Alrighty. There we go. And with that, we'll get combat underway. So, one of these guys is going to, well, I guess two of these guys are going to start off, since Wally and Arfax. Am I saying that? Is it Arfax?
Arfax.
Arfax.
Like, there are facts about Arfax that you have yet to discover.
Arfax. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. Well, we're going to have, so I'm going to go ahead and roll to hit against Wally here first. A 1 to hit Wally. So you can either shield or dodge. In this case, you have chosen to roll your fight stat, which is to dodge. If you were to, so for those at home, we've homebrewed this a little bit. If they were to, they can also use their special skill, which is equivalent to the, like, you know, your B button attacks. But though it can also be used defensively to be used as your shield. But if they use their shield, the shield wears out over time. And this is to balance things, because last time everyone just poured everything into special, and it, you know, buffed both their attack and defense at the same time. So
Bad guys did it too in the player's defense. We only figured it out because the bad guys did it first.
So when they attack me, do I go into like an Undertale box and become a heart, and then the heart just like shifts around and dodges their thing? Is that what's happening?
Yes, for a brief moment, like, well, I think it's more like in the like how you get sometimes attacked in the overworld, and like the players are seeing this because you're in first person perspective here. The players are seeing this, but suddenly your body becomes a silhouette and your heart can be seen. And we see with this 6 that you roll, your heart avoiding taking the swing added from this random bat over here.
Wow, I didn't know I had a heart.
Roll notice to see if you notice this.
Notice.
You do not notice it with a 1. Alrighty. And then the one that is attacking Arfax, I'll make it one of the humanoids here. This humanoid will come up and take a little swing at good old Arfax. And rolling for DFs. A -3 to hit. All right. Go ahead and roll to dodge. There we go. A +3. Golly. You dodge with style, good sir.
I think Arfax just begins panic rolling.
Oh, cute. Alrighty. Players part 1. Decide amongst y'all the who will go. 2 of y'all to go first.
I would like to go before somebody who plans on attacking them, because I can help you out.
Well, I plan on attacking.
Okay. You want us two to go first this round? Any objections? All right.
Good.
In that case, Here, Sonny. Let me just attach these onto your rolling pin real quick. The needles to make it extra sharp.
My 2D rolling pin.
Your 2D rolling pin is now 3-dimensional because I have made it an extra sharp rolling pin.
Whoa.
That has stabby properties with the pine needles I harvested off the evergreen earlier.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll your roll. This is one of your specials, right?
Yes, it is.
All right.
And I have my stunt that lets me use crafts instead of special on that.
So what kind of bonuses does that give me?
Well, let's first see if this was successful. So go ahead and roll it. Is that your down special, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, it's my down special. So should it be +2 crafts
No.
plus.
No,
Or just craft?
it's using your crafts is your benefit there. So it would be +0, but it's using crafts.
That's my stunt that lets me use crafts. The special is.
So in place of special, you are adding your craft stat instead, which it will automatically do because that should be how we reassigned it, right?
We made a stunt. One of my stunts is use crafting instead of special for competitive DIYing.
Yes.
But then it doesn't have any bonus on the actual like down special.
Yeah, so you see how the button for your down special says roll crafts now?
Yes.
So it's going to do that for you. You're already good.
Okay, but it doesn't because it's one of my like designated moves. It doesn't get any sort of.
You can
bonus, I don't
buff
know.
it later, but though as of now it doesn't have one.
Okay, gotcha. So
Yeah.
I remember Goomsha had like +4 or something. Like
That's because you kept buffing it, yeah.
it was not a +0. Okay, fair.
Alrighty, with a 2. Yeah, you managed to make it so that there is an increased chance of there being some extra damage dealt. So if he manages to hit, and if it succeeds with style, meaning that there is at least a 3 between his roll and the defensive roll, there will be an extra stress taken.
Okay.
Stress being the health in this system.
All right. So these spikes attached to my roller, I look at it, and then I look back at Merryweather, and with my other hand, I tip my hat in acknowledgement, and then I turn and I smack the thing in front of me.
Nice.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll to smack. Alrighty, with a 4 to hit, and let's see how it defends itself. With a 0, so that does succeed with style, since that is quite a gap between those two rolls. Therefore, this will do 2 stresses, which will actually take this guy out. There you go. He
All right.
vanishes without a trace.
Oh, I say to the party. Laughter? Question mark?
Alrighty. And that brings us to enemies part 2. So, the remaining ones, we're going to have one of them come after Wally for taking out his bat friend. A 0 to hit, good sir. A 3 to dodge. You succeed with style in making sure to not get hit by his little clawing action at you. Meanwhile, the remaining bat is going to go and bother Melissa with a -1 to hit.
I roll physique to tank it.
Tanking it, that does mean you're going to take a stress no matter what if you try to tank the hit.
That's okay.
As opposed to just dodging it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I can take it.
Okay, you do so, ma'am. With this 3, yes, whenever you try to tank the hit, it does reduce the damage, but you always have to take at least 1 damage. So you take a pity damage, which in this case is a full damage. So a physical stress on yourself.
Gasp.
All right. And be sure to reflect that on the overlay as well.
Yes, will do.
Alrighty. And with that, the that brings us to players part 2.
Arfax will use his neutral special Feel the Word, where he takes his holy book and he smacks this humanoid upside the face with it.
All right, you go to do so.
Whack.
Well, the overlay thing isn't working. That's fine. Rip.
Oh no.
You just have to use your imagination for now. So the feel the word special. Alrighty, you go to hit with a 3 to hit, and a 0 to dodge, succeeding with style. You do a good stress to him and a little bit of extra knockback.
All right. As soon as it connects, I just kind of like look at him and just like wag my finger at him, like.
Indeed. Alrighty. And that brings us to the top of initiative. Half of the enemies are going to get to go now. So, this guy that you just whacked back is...
Faithful Fury
When
didn't
did
get
KV
go.
go?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, okay.
You're right.
I was like, I thought it was on me. I was like, maybe I don't get a turn or something. Okay.
No, you definitely should.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I was like,
lost
thank
track.
you for filling. I would have totally been like, okay, yep, that's fair. No, I don't know what this role would be, but my character is assuming that the bat is just hungry, and so I pull out like an apple that I find in my pocket, and I feed the bat.
Firstly,
that
roll
it
resources to
is
see if you have such an apple.
Oh yes, that would be a good idea.
A 1. Since it's just an apple, I'm going to say you find a like dried up apple slice.
Okay.
And I guess go ahead and roll. Oh gosh. Let's go with your choice of either rapport or empathy. A 7? As you go to do so, for a split second, the bat, looking at this apple slice, turns into a normal looking like Elden Ring bat. And just briefly, it flashes in and out of its existence as such. But as it swoops down to come and eat it, it ends up biting your hand instead as it goes back into glitch form.
No.
And I guess that brings us to top of initiative, where I will go ahead and make this happen.
So wait, this is
damage?
considered a new round?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So as this this bat tries to attack my friend, I would like to use my counter Justice Strike to intercept.
Alrighty.
That's time for that.
Yes, go ahead and read off the description of that as well.
Absolutely. Justice Strike. As a reaction and a full action, you may intercept an attack against an ally other than yourself, causing the move to miss if you succeed.
Indeed. So it places you in the path of it, but it uses up your entire turn, including movement.
Yeah, so I essentially, like, jump over here and say, no you, and smack it.
Yes.
This one I'd roll with my special instead of my fight.
Yeah. It's like a counter that can't be used on yourself. Only others.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
Yeah. Alright. And with my Justice Strike, that's a 5.
A 5, and its roll was a -1. So yes, you do succeed at countering this with your intercept. Now, yours does not damage it back, but rather just completely nullifies their attack. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
There you go. Alrighty, so the and that brings us to one more can go. One more can go. We'll have this guy try to take like claw at Melissa here with a 1 to hit.
I tank it.
Again, okay. Go ahead and roll physique there. A 2. And again, with this, you do still take a stress. You eliminate any potential knockback as a result. So that's the main benefit of tanking something is you get 0 knockback. Yeah, but you're not that close to a cliff right now. So, well, you kind of are. It's not on this map. I had you guys go a little bit more inland because I didn't prepare a map that has a cliff. Yes. So as you go and start whacking at this guy, okay. So you're going to tank this hit, and you're going to still take one physical stress.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokies. And that brings us to players part 1, please.
So if I use my counter in a round, does it matter? Like
that counts since you did it during part 1. That counts as a part 1 turn. So only one more person can go for part 1.
Well, does anybody else have any
cool things?
good?
I would like to kind of freak out seeing this like glitchy humanoid beat up an old lady, and I want to run over, and Arfax is fully expecting again to pull out like the hilt of his coated sword, but instead whatever fire Pikmin comes out again for the unblockable blade to slash at that dude.
All right, go ahead and roll to do so. An 8, gosh darn! Did you just crit?
That's the crit.
Holy smokes! All right, and a negative. Okay, how do you want to do this?
So the like fire from the legs of the Pikmin that are like sticking out kind of spirals, and then for a second glows like golden hot, and it forms the like golden script from Elden Ring, and it slices through this thing.
It absolutely does. And this guy vanishes from existence.
I clap in 2D.
Alrighty. That's a good quote.
Arfax does the point down emote.
He does indeed. Alrighty, and that brings us to this final enemy who is going to go ahead and roll to hit against Arfax. A 3 to hit. He almost critted.
I will attempt the dodge again. Oh.
Attacker wins ties. You also rolling a 3. You're going to be taking a physical stress, good sir.
Ah. Ah.
Indeed. Alrighty. And that brings us to the remaining players.
Kill it.
Is it like an order that it goes in?
No, just whoever wants to go first.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna attack them?
I would
Or-
like to. I am not going to attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to try and pull out the net I have, maybe, and catch the bat.
Okay. Roll special.
I feel like I'm making Will's life very interesting.
No, this is perfect. This is beautiful. Do it.
Roll special. That's special. Yeah, there we go.
A 1, and I'm going to have it be a contested roll. So he also rolls a 1. Attacker wins ties, and you're the attacker in the situation. You now have him grappled.
All right. I grappled as in like he's like caught.
Yes, he is caught in the net. So this, yeah, the official like affliction you are putting on him is grappled. So it's as if you have grabbed him with your hands, but instead your net.
You're holding him
Okay.
down.
Yep.
I'm holding him down, and I tell him to stop attacking my friends.
Bad.
Bad.
Alrighty.
Be better.
Since the action you rolled for was grappling him, you can try to roll to convince him on your next turn.
Okay.
But yes. Melissa.
Actually, she's got him grappled with my net. I've realized that I don't have my net, so it wouldn't quite work like I would want to catch it in my net. So I go up to the little bat, and I just want to investigate him. He's a little glitchy guy. I want to see what's up with this thing. Does he seem to be like glitching in and out of existence? What happens if I touch him? What just does he smell? Does he have a physical form? Does he look to be of this world or of my world or of whose world? And yeah.
Alrighty, you go to touch this creature. As you investigate with a roll of 1, it seems to like very occasionally. It did so more when you were trying to offer it the like apple slice earlier. But though like in its default state, it only seems to like glitch back into bat existence once every like 5 seconds, essentially. Only for like a split frame or two, essentially. So you have to really be paying attention to see it do so. And it seems like it's not. It seems to be very aggressive towards you. It is like trying to slash at the net to get out. It is struggling. So like it doesn't let you get your hands close to it.
What does it? Is its glitchy form any sort of like identifiable, familiar? Anything I can tell about its glitchy form that's not its Elden Ring form?
With a mere 1, that is all the information you glean.
Okay. Cool.
Alrighty. That brings us to top of initiative. Enemies part 1. This one guy that's still free is going to try to get at our artifacts here. With a crit to hit. Alrighty. Go ahead and roll to see if he also succeeds with style here, but though he's going to land some damage anyways. Alrighty. With your 2 and his crits, he is going to land a hit. Now, he's not able to do more. Well, because he crit, I'm going to say he does 2 physical stresses to you, which I believe would put you at your first mild consequence, right?
To me?
No, to Arfax.
Oh, okay. Arfax, you haven't taken any damage yet, have you?
You're muted.
I took 1 hit earlier, so that puts me at my first mild consequence, yes.
Alrighty. Clawed by a glitch is the name of that mild consequence. You notice the wound seems to also be glitchy as well. The wound itself, it flashes from your arm, like your arm as you well, actually roll notice for me real quickly just for free. 7. Wowzers.
That's a crit.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, a crit. You notice this wound that has now been inflicted on you on your arm. It seems to phase from being this purple glitchy pixeliness to sometimes being your new Pikmin form of an arm, just that part of your forearm, and sometimes back to your Elden Ring version of yourself. It seems to have made that specific part of your arm unstable, and it feels so wrong.
So, as soon as Arfax takes that hit, you guys see Wally's head immediately snap in that direction, and you see like a very slight red aura coming off of Wally. He seems to be a little angry. at what's going
Indeed.
on here.
And would you like to show us why?
And I would like to show you what. So these guys happen to be lined up. I'm assuming I can attack someone who's grappled.
Yes.
And they are lined up, both of these guys, within 3-line space here.
Yep.
So I would like to use my special rollover. So I'm going to hop on my roller and steamroll across these guys.
Yes.
And because my allies just took a consequence, I'm going to get an extra +2 on this attack here.
Nice.
This is his stunt vengeance. When an ally takes a consequence, he gets +2 to his next fight or special roll.
So we got a +5 on that now instead of a +3.
Giving you a
That's
total of
7.
7 on that roll.
And I roll across like that.
Yes. So, since this is a multi-hit, yeah. So we'll let that be the one roll, and then they each get their own dodges. So
Certainly try.
a 2 to dodge and a -1 to dodge. Golly. Alrighty. That. Yeah. So. Okay, that definitely takes out the humanoid guy, for sure. And does a very critical amount of damage, barely holding on that little bat. And yeah, so the humanoid guy disappears into nothingness.
And then you know the thing Link does with his sword when he wins? I try to do that, but with the roller, except it doesn't really work.
Alrighty, yep. Indeed.
It looks really awkward, especially because it's in 2D. It's like couple weird frames.
Alrighty. And that brings us to that was part of players part 1. So go ahead and a second player would like to go, perhaps.
I would like to go.
What would you like to do?
Is that okay?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Can I tell the bat that if he doesn't fly away, we're gonna kill him?
Roll your choice of rapport or empathy. No, actually, no. This is a command, isn't it? Hold on. This.
Does it speak?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing.
Does it understand words?
In this case, can I get you to roll provoke?
Okay.
3 to provoke, and I'm going to roll its will.
Is there any bonus for the fact that it's been grappled and stomped on and all his friends are dead?
It rolls a 1 for its will check. And so with that, it does seem to like calm down a bit, not all the way. It seems to like, well, actually what I would say, it's not calmed down, but it does seem to be, instead of once every 5 seconds, it's like once every 2 seconds, it'll briefly revert to its original form.
So it.
And
Say
it
that again?
It's taking a mental stress, I should state, and as it does so, it's starting to like normalize a little bit. Like instead of every 5 seconds, it appears as a normal form. It appears every like 2 seconds, still briefly.
So if I lifted the net, it probably would still be attacking us, though?
Yes.
Okay. So I've like, okay, I've slowed it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Enemies part 2. This guy's going to struggle against your net. A -2. Go ahead and roll fight for me to keep this thing in the net. A 0, which is more than a -2 at least, so you keep it grappled.
I try my best.
Alrighty. Since this is the only guy left, and he's kind of grappled, we can go ahead and like end combat here, and I'll let you just guys freely do what you wish with this bat.
I would like to really quickly kneel down and begin prayer of healing right next to Melissa, so that we can heal the damage we took.
Yes, I believe. Does it only do stresses and not consequences, right?
We never specified that.
Okay. I'm going to say starting off, it cannot do consequences yet.
Got you.
We will reserve that for like, you know, knocking down your consequences is a thing that we will do at the end of each world. But mid-world, yeah, so you can heal 1 stress per person, let's say.
Ooh, love that. I'm gonna charge it for the equivalent of 2 turns to strengthen it up, though.
All right.
Bang.
A 3 to heal. Alrighty.
Yeah.
That would be just...
everyone within 3, every ally within 3 spaces of me gets yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Gets a little gold aura, just goes like bling, gives you a little nice refresh, I guess. Or the Pikmin equivalent is, I guess, the like little whistle and aura thing he does to get Pikmin's attention. I guess that happens.
Thank you, dearie.
I thumbs up, but then like my arm like glitches for a second and like grows, and then it goes back.
Oh my. I want to see, does the bat, I guess bats don't have feathers per se. Does it have
No.
fur? Claws? What does a bat have?
Well, if it is an Elden Ring bat, they do have like a little mantle of fur and claws.
May I take monster loot, I guess is what I'm requesting.
This is still alive. Are you trying to dismember it?
Yeah, you're. What are you doing there?
No. Like, if it was a bird, I would just, like, take a feather or take a hair or take a, like, you know, something external.
I would like to state that it only appears in its normal batty form for like a tenth of a second every 2 seconds. So you would need some superb timing to get past the glitchiness to be able to harvest.
However, we have found that if we feed it, it stays in its regular form for longer. Yes?
Yes. Do we have any
Yes.
more food left?
You can each roll resources.
And if not, like, I'll feed it a handful of grass. Like, I mean...
A zero from yeah,
Sparse.
yeah, from Melissa and
Artifacts.
from KV. 2 from Wally.
I have a 2D.
You have whatever you consider to be food, firstly, which is, I guess, just water.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the Pikmin world, so maybe I pick up like a pellet, like a 1 pellet, like that the Pikmin pick up or something.
A little Pez pellet. A little...
Except it's like
That's
2D
good. Yeah, I
because
try
I'm
to-
2D. I don't know.
Yeah. That seems
looks
to be all
perfect.
you have.
Would you mind
Yes.
if I borrowed that permanently to try something?
Okay. I drop it.
Thank you, dearie.
Does it unpixelate when I drop it?
It does actually, and it becomes what you are used to it looking like.
Well, it's actually not that much different. It's already pretty 2D, but
Yeah.
slightly less pixely.
Which of us would have the most edible looking homeworld? Is Elden Ring food overly edible?
Elden Ring food
looking?
looks. It depends on what's cooked. Some of the like the boiled crab and stuff like that looks pretty good, but
I mean, the entirety of Pikmin
Okay,
3
what
is
about Undertale
getting
food?
I would say Animal Crossing has the most. 'Cause Undertale
Yeah.
It's like just pixelated, like.
In that case, we
Yeah.
want for you, Fateful Fairy, to be the one to pick it up and feed it to the bat.
Yes.
Because you're in the Animal Crossing costume.
Yes. What would that look like as far as rolling? Or would I have to roll for feeding a bat?
You just
Roll rapport, yes.
We're trying to domesticate this creature.
Like,
If we get an animal companion out of it,
rolls!
more the merrier.
It's okay, I got a really high one earlier. I get only zeros now.
well,
Alrighty, yeah, you roll a 0 here, so nothing seems to happen.
Arfax pulls out one of the circle things and he blows into it, and it just says, "My beloved," and then he like goes like this to all of you as to why you all are trying to domesticate this weird gross bat.
I just wanted an animal companion, I guess. Especially
I just
one
didn't
with
want to kill a thing.
weird glitchy properties.
As you guys,
He like
as,
totally emotes for you to let it go.
as you guys are doing this, suddenly you hear a voice that says, "Don't touch that!" And you look behind you, and you see a figure with a white lab coat approaching you and blue hair.
No.
And that is where we end today's session.
Who could that voice be? Who could Very distinctive,
Could
nerdy
be.
voice in a lab coat. Who could it be?
Who could it be? Who could it be?
Indeed. Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for being here for session 1 of today of the new campaign. Let's go!
Woohoo!
Indeed. We have a lot ahead of us still, with all of this, one of the things that we like to do to end these off is our Ask the Players segment. So, you guys, there is a Discord channel in our Discord called Ask the Players. You can ask them any random question that you so desire, and This week we will go with actually I have a good old list here of other things so we'll go with what is one item that you own or have in your house that you would never want to come alive and talk to you? And chat, and those with a comment section watching later, you can answer as well. Whoever has an answer may go first.
I got one.
Do it.
I would never want my video game controller to speak to me, ever. Never. This thing never talked to me, ever, please. The amount of punishment that I have taken it through, all the struggle of Elden Ring, all the struggle of Claire Obscure 33, like all the like struggle bus games, I would imagine the controller would just have one phrase: "Kill me, please, please kill me," and the whole time I'd just be like, "Serve your purpose," and keep playing. It's less I'd be horrified at it talking to me and more horrified at who I would become, because I wouldn't care as it cried out for help, because I'd be like, you are serving your purpose even though it's painful.
And who is you?
Who is I? Well, I'm Midwest Dungeon Delvers. I am a variety streamer who does a variety of things, mostly plays Soulsborne games, but I do DM the Six Sword Saga every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central. So tune in, all the crazy lore and stuff in that. So yeah, I'm very tired.
Same. Same. Alrighty. And who else has an answer that I'd like to go next? Irlai in chat is saying her husband's toothbrush.
I'll go.
All right, go ahead.
Oh no. I would not want my mirror to come alive because I don't need any more judgment. Like, I know it would have its own opinion, and I just don't need that when I'm looking, trying to get ready. Like, I have too much going in my head already. So, yeah.
Oh, beautiful. And who is you?
Your mirror would only have the nicest things to say to you. Come on now.
I am Fateful Fairy. I stream on Twitch sometimes, but not very consistently. I'll mostly do like Zelda games and little gimmicky things. I also just released a video on YouTube under the same username of me a choreographed tap dance to an Undertale song. So check that out. It's really cool.
Nice. Alrighty.
That's all I have to say.
Palm, do you have an answer?
I do. There's this one cabinet in my kitchen within which all of the heavy pots and pans and big, large things get crammed and shoved and attempted to be stacked, but a lot of them don't nest nicely in each other, even if you take everything out and stack it. Like, it still isn't, like, they're not the same shape, So that poor cabinet has been through a lot at my hands. its shelves have been replaced by so many different things that are not the little like brackets it came with. It's had like earthquake putty, it's had thumbtacks, it's had nails. Like it poor shelf. I'm really sorry to that cabinet. It deserves better, but it's probably not gonna get better. And I'm Palm Tree Tries. I don't stream, I just hang out on here and sometimes other places, but usually just here. That's me.
Cool. Alrighty, and Kieran.
Well, I have a little figure of a Waterwraith, and I think if it came to life, it wouldn't be very happy with how I'm representing it. And it would probably judge me pretty hard and say it could do better because it could literally do better. So I think that is the most fitting for this session to say that.
Alrighty, fair enough. And who is you?
I is K Grovile, who is a Pokemon, but it's also me. I do a lot of speedrunning stuff, a lot of Zelda. Streams have been a little sporadic lately just because I got exams and stuff coming up, but we're going to do a little bit more practice and preparation for the Zelda Dungeon Marathon coming up in just a few weeks here. It's a big charity thing with lots of people. Going to be a good time, lots of Zelda things, runs, and all that stuff. Fun times.
Indeed. Alrighty, and I guess that leaves myself. I am going to say what you were saying inspired me there. I'm going to say the cat tower that's my cats adore. Because firstly, if that thing were to come to life, my cats would never use it again. They would lose their little home. And secondly, the way that my cats abuse that thing and how decrepit it's gotten as a result, it would probably attack the cats back. So, yeah, that's my answer. And I am Will, your game master, and I over here on the Twitch side of things do Nintendo games as well as these tabletop RPGs. Please help us out on our YouTube channel, I'm going to ask. If there's anyone here that hasn't yet pressed that little subscribe button over there, it's free to do so, and it seriously helps support the channel because right now we're not making any sense off of that channel, and the only way to do so is if we get the subscriber count up. So there's that for you. If you want to support the channel, that is your #1 way to do so. Alrighty. With that is the conclusion of session 1. Woo! Woo! And now, can I get a goodbye, players?
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
players. Goodbye.
If you love someone, you tell them the truth. Boy, I do love you guys. So, here's the truth that can be found in Micah 18-19. Who is a god like you who forgives iniquity and passes over the transgression of the remnant of his inheritance? He does not hold fast to his anger forever because he delights in loving kindness. He will again have compassion on us. He will subdue our iniquities and you will cast all of their sins into the depths of the sea. That's our truth time for today. And that is all the time that we have for today. Wow. Crazy. I love you all. Okay, wow.